Good morning and welcome back to Austin News Today. Your time is now 7:41. Well, many children head back to school tomorrow. You can hear the signs all over the city. Part of preparing for back to school is making sure you get a physical, especially if you are an athlete. Here to talk about the importance of that is Dr. Christine Fyda with Southwest Pediatric Associates. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure.
Well, we've talked a lot about back to school. We've talked a lot about just what you need to do to prepare for back to school, immunizations and physicals. But talk about why that's so important, especially during this hot season that we're in.
Exactly. Well, I mean, everyone wants to perform at their best during the school year, and making sure that you're healthy to do so is really important. So going to see your physician right before going back to school is really important.
And what are some of the questions that parents should ask when they are visiting with the doctor?
Well, basically, they want to make sure that their child is healthy. They want to make sure that they're up to date on all their immunizations. If you actually are an athlete or going to be playing a sport, you want to make sure that your family member can really participate at their highest performance. And so, have they had any sports injuries? What kind of things should we look out during their performance, like being hydrated, make sure that they practice well and do any stretches and things like that.
For children who have asthma, is it difficult? Or of course it's more difficult, but how much more difficult is it for them to perform and also make sure that they take their medicines and things in the heat?
Right, that's actually a really great question. Asthmatics actually can perform at their best, going to their physician beforehand to make sure that they're on the right medications. Sometimes you need to take certain extra medications during your sports season so that you can really perform well. You know, it really just is a matter of making sure that you're on the right medications and that you're doing the best that you can.
Now, what age should people start getting physicals?
Usually, you don't have to start getting a sports physical usually until high school. Sometimes a middle school athletic team will actually require it, especially here in Texas. But you know, if it's really required, then you definitely want to go see your physician early on. Sometimes 4th or 5th grade is early enough.
Now, what is the communication like between the doctor and the coach? Does the information get transferred pretty regularly, or is there communication well or good between?
We really like to have really great communication with the coach so that the coach can understand if the child is on any medication specifically for asthma, for diabetes, or any other serious illnesses like cardiac diseases or maybe a seizure disorder. We also want to work with the coach to make sure that all the children, all the athletes are staying well hydrated and that they, you know, have specific water breaks, and so that the athletes can perform at their best. That they're teaching their students how to basically stretch and to try to prevent any injuries before happening.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all the great advice, too.
You're
yes.
welcome.
Dr. Christine Fyda with the Southwest Pediatric Associates. Well,